So, when you think about the Superman movie that came out 35 years ago, I feel like there are elements of that movie that could never be in a movie today, and vice versa. You could never have elements of this movie kind of 35 years ago. So I was wondering, what does that say about us as an audience, that we, how we've evolved, that we couldn't do that,
We do evolve. It's funny. There's certain films, of course, you can see, Apocalypse Now or whatever, where it can be shot yesterday.
Right.
It's its own thing. But yeah, especially a pop culture thing, I think. Something that is on the nose of pop culture, like the Donner film was. There's aesthetic bits of it that just, it's enjoyable.
Right.
But it's certainly in a time capsule suddenly.
Right. Is there any aspect of that old movie that you love, that you just thought to yourself, there's no way I could do that today?
Well, I think that we really did try and pretend when we actually started shooting the movie that those movies didn't exist.
Right.
And we were trying to stay in a very singular approach, and I never really had this experience where I was like, gosh, we can't do that. I guess a little bit, when you think about from a visual effects standpoint, from the beginning I said, look, Superman can't do anything that's not a visual effect, because he can't fly really on. I mean, we did some wire work, but it was very minimal. Especially when he was with Lois and stuff. We put him on a wire for that stuff. But a lot of it, we knew we couldn't do it. There was no cars on hydraulics,
right.
or because it just doesn't look right.
Right.
And from that standpoint, absolutely, we had no. And also, I think Lois's character is she's a lot more part of the.
For sure.
Part of the story.
Now, as a fan, I was watching it intensely last night, and I felt like I spotted something you can confirm or deny. When Zod crashed into a satellite in space, I felt like I may have seen a logo that said Wayne Enterprises on the satellite.
Well, yes, there is a Wayne Enterprises
right?
logo on the satellite.
So, based off of that, my friend, just as a fan, is that just a nod of the hat and a tribute, or is that you saying, hey, these people exist in the same universe?
I'm saying, well, it's a nod in the hat and a tribute, absolutely. I wanted to do something for me that just acknowledges the, amazing partnership and friendship that I have with Chris, and I just wanted that in the movie.
Right.
Somehow. And I think that also, there's a couple other little things in the movie, too, that sort of point to... this potential for, sort of DC expansion. Though I'd say we really, our main focus and our main goal was to get Superman to work,
right?
100%. So.
Absolutely.
And I don't even know what it means, to be honest. What having those things in there,
right?
Other than to say
isn't that cool?
Yeah, those things are in there.
Right. Talking about making Superman work, obviously you did. I'm a huge fan of this movie. But, there are a lot of directors over the past, 20 years that have tried and failed to bring a Superman movie to life. Mm-hmm. But I was wondering, of all those directors that did try and fail, whose version would you have been most interested in seeing?
Oh, that's an interesting question. Well, of course, the Tim Burton version would have been interesting to see, I think, just because would have been completely different from what we did, I think.
Right.
And so that would have been fun.
Right. Whenever there is a movie like this, there's always going to be just an insane amount of rumors surrounding the entire project.
Yeah.
But I was wondering, what is the rumor that you heard that you just thought that is the most ridiculous thing ever? How is that even happening?
People are convinced that the Justice League movie is we're just doing it tomorrow.
Right.
So there's that, which is not ridiculous in the sort of global concept that it's naive to say that we don't want to but on the other hand, just to be that adamant, it's pretty
You're
fun.
not helping with the Wayne Enterprises
thing.
I
know I'm not.
Mr. Snyder, seriously, with all my heart as a Superman fan, an honor, man. Thank you so much.
Oh, my
for
pleasure.
Everything. An honor. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
All right, cheers. Thank you.
What's the S stand for?
It's not an S. In my world, it means hope.
Well, here it's an S. How about...
Excuse me.